Developing tonight, Tahoe is not for sale. That is the message from the nonprofit Keep Tahoe Blue. Tonight, as the federal government explores the sale of public lands, including in the Tahoe Basin, groups and lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are speaking out. ABC10's Becca Hotbecker joins us in studio to break everything down.
Alex, this is a proposal Senate Republicans included in something called the Budget Reconciliation Bill. It's part of ongoing negotiations over President Trump's so-called One Big Beautiful Bill Act. Senate Republicans want to sell federal land to generate revenue and build more housing. Bipartisan opponents say this isn't the way to do it.
Lake Tahoe is a gem of Northern California and tourist destination drawing visitors from around the world. Much of the land in the Tahoe Basin is federally owned and now, under a new federal proposal, could be up for sale.
The potential consequences could be devastating in Tahoe.
Noah Banayan is government affairs manager for the League to Save Lake Tahoe, also known as Keep Tahoe Blue. She's worried about a proposal from the U.S. Senate Committee on Energy and Natural Resources. This map, created by the Wilderness Society, shows some 250 million acres of public federal land across 11 western states. Under the proposal by Senate Republicans, the U.S. Forest Service and Bureau of Land Management would be required to sell approximately 3 million acres of this over the next 5 years. Land that could be for sale includes much of the Tahoe Basin.
When you look at the map and you see places like Kiva Beach, where, people love to take their dogs, Fallen Leaf Lake and Inspiration Point around Emerald Bay. I mean, these are some of the most beautiful places in California, in the West, in the world, dare I say. These public lands are what make Tahoe, Tahoe. And without that, potentially in the future, is really scary to think about what it would look like in Tahoe.
The Senate committee says President Trump recognized the connection between federal land ownership and the housing crisis, which is why he pledged to open up portions of federal land for large-scale housing construction. This proposal allows a fraction of 1% of federal land to be used to build houses.
I urge my colleagues to oppose any plan that would supersede the will of our local communities.
Republican Congressman Kevin Kiley of Rockland, whose district includes Tahoe, opposes this proposal.
It is so important that any decisions made regarding the acquisition or disposition of these lands be made only after significant and meaningful local input.
Democratic Congressman Mike Thompson also opposes it. His district includes federal lands as well.
This didn't go through any hearings. There wasn't any process that was followed to designate these lands as surplus lands. It doesn't seem to me that that is honoring the people of the United States of America who have every right to access these public lands.
California's senators, both Democrats, are also opposed to this proposal and say they plan to fight it.
I reached out to the U.S. Forest Service and USDA for comment and did not hear back. As for what's next, a lot could change between now and when the bill becomes law. The Senate still has to vote on the budget reconciliation bill. Then it goes back to the House, where members can make additional changes and then work with the Senate to come up with one version of the bill. Alex?